We are continuing with the naming of organic compounds. And last time we did the naming of alcohols and haloalkanes. This was the last thing which we did, how to name an alcohol and how to name an haloalkane, the systematic names, right? So if you look at this, the naming of one name we are going to repeat and then we'll continue with the rest. Look at this. For example, uh, yeah, if you remember what we said for haloalkane, this, if this is Cl, this is CH3, and similarly, if this is OH and this is CH3, what is the name? What you have to do, you have to follow the same pattern. Number from the side where the functional group is near, select the longest chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4-carbon alkane is butane. So in case of haloalkane, we just write butane. We don't change anything with alkane. Okay, just add 2-chloro and then 3-methyl. And that becomes butane. Similarly, on this side, 3-methyl and butane 1 whole. So this is the thing which we did last. From here, we are going to continue. First thing, before going to the next group, we have to do the classification of haloalkane and alcohol. Yes, sorry, butane 2-ol. Classification of haloalkane and alcohols. Yes, उसी के आगे we are continuing with the classification of haloalkane and alcohols. Okay, look at this. Please pay attention and stop writing. You see, this is an haloalkane. Please pay attention. The carbon which is having the haloalkane attached is known as alpha carbon. This is what? Alpha carbon. The carbon which is having the functional group attached in haloalkane is known as alpha carbon. So how many hydrogens are attached with alpha carbon directly? 2 and 1 carbon. This type of haloalkane is known as primary haloalkane. This is known as primary. What is the alpha carbon? The carbon which is having functional group. If it is having 2 hydrogens or 1 carbon attached, it is known as primary haloalkane as 1 degree you can also. But on the other hand, the same number of carbon, but Cl attached here. Now look at the alpha carbon, please. What about this? Pay attention. This is the alpha carbon now. Okay? This is the alpha carbon. Please look at this. Now, how many hydrogens attached with alpha carbon? 1, or how many carbons directly attached? 2. So if there is a 1 hydrogen or 2 carbons, you call it secondary haloalkane. Or you can also keep in mind that when the halogen is attached with other than terminal carbon, if it is terminal carbon, it's a primary haloalkane. If it is attached inside the chain other than terminal carbon, it's a secondary haloalkane. जिसके साथ halogen attached है ना, just look at that carbon. Yes, this is called alpha carbon. The first carbon in the first example and second carbon in the second example. The alpha carbon has how many hydrogens? So it's a primary. How many hydrogens here? It's a secondary. दूसरा तरीका ये भी है कि आप ये देख लो कि अल्फा कार्बन के साथ कार्बन कितने अटैच हैं इन द फर्स्ट वन. कार्बन डायरेक्टली कितने अटैच हैं? वन कार्बन अटैच है. तो आज इसे प्राइमरी कहते हैं. इसके साथ अल्फा कार्बन के साथ कितने कार्बन अटैच हैं? तो इसे क्या कहेंगे? सेकेंडरी. इफ द अल्फा कार्बन इज लाइक दिस, having three carbon attached and no hydrogens, so it's a 3 degree, mean tertiary. It is tertiary haloalkane. It is what? 3 degree. Okay. Now look at the alpha carbon. Is there any hydrogen or something attached? No. So it's a tertiary haloalkane. So this is how you classify the haloalkanes, primary, secondary and tertiary. It's up to you कि आप क्या याद रखते हैं. नंबर ऑफ हाइड्रोजन से भी याद रख सकते हैं, नंबर ऑफ कार्बन से भी याद रख सकते हैं, और यू कैन यूज के वेयर इट इज अटैच्ड. अगर टर्मिनल पे हो तो प्राइमरी, इनसाइड टर्मिनल हो तो सेकेंडरी, और अगर इनसाइड हो और वहां कार्बन एज अ ब्रांच भी अटैच हो तो टर्शियरी. ओके, दीज आर द थ्री टाइप्स of haloalkane, and same goes for alcohols, bacho. So you have to identify which one is primary, which one is secondary, and which one is tertiary alcohol. Okay, please do it. I'm writing it in the structural form. This is an alcohol, this is another alcohol, and this is another alcohol. Look at this. 2 hydrogens, 1 hydrogen, and no hydrogen. So what does it mean? Yes. So alcohols are also, this is primary, this is secondary, this is tertiary alcohol. 1 degree, 2 degree, and 3 degree. So this is the classification of alcohols and haloalkanes. This is important. You need to remember it, okay? When there is no hydrogen attached, or when there are all three carbons attached with alpha carbon. So this is called tertiary alcohol. When there is 2 carbons attached, so it is secondary alcohol. And when there is a 1 carbon attached, it's a primary alcohol. Okay, that's all about the alcohols and haloalkanes. Okay, now we are moving on to the carbonyl compounds. Okay, please heading there. Carbonyl compounds. After alcohol, what we did up till now, if I revise it, alkane, alkenes, haloalkanes, alcohols. 4 functional group we have done up till now, and their naming and their structuring and everything. Now we have moved on to the carbonyl compounds. Carbonyl compounds are the compounds which contain this functional group, C double bond O. When an organic compound contains this functional group, it is known as carbonyl compound. And there are 2 types of carbonyl compounds. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now look at this. If this is the carbonyl compound, C double bond O and H. Now look at this, please. In this, the carbonyl compound, the C double bond O is attached with a carbon which is in the end, known as terminal carbon, right? Similarly, in this case, it is attached with terminal carbon. So when C double bond O is attached with terminal carbon of the chain, these group of compounds are known as aldehydes. Okay, they are known as aldehydes. So another way you can remember that when C double bond O has hydrogen on one side and carbon on the, when it is attached terminal carbon, so obviously the one side is going to have hydrogen because it's a terminal carbon, no more carbon on the next side. So when carbonyl is attached on the terminal carbon or having hydrogen on one side, it is known as aldehyde. So you don't call it a proper, you call it CHO functional group because it's not CO, it is CO with H. Okay, so the functional group C double bond O attached with hydrogen. On the other hand, look at this, the same functional group but attached other than terminal carbon. Look, है ये भी carbonyl compound ही. The functional group is the same, but it is not on the terminal carbon in between the chain where both sides contain carbon. It is known as another functional group, ketone. Okay, so the functional group for this is not C double bond O, C double bond O and R on the both side. Okay, or COR. R mean carbon chain. So all those, please, R, whenever we write R in organic chemistry, it means a carbon chain. It means an alkyl group. The simplest one is CH3 or CH3, CH2 or CH3, CH2, CH2 and so on. Okay. So this is alkyl group. Okay. Is it clear? Okay, now one by one, give the heading aldehydes. These two are two different functional groups, but they are known as carbonyl compounds. So aldehydes, functional group, Jenner formula, CnH2n plus 1 and then CHO. Aldehydes functional group is, what is aldehydes functional group? C double bond O and H. Okay. Or you can say CHO. Okay. Molecular formula. Sorry, there is another general formula which we can also use, CnH2nO. This one. Okay. O. Okay, I'm going to use that one. First member, C1 hoga H2 O, C2 H4O, C3 H6O, C4 H8O. Okay. Yes, this is the first member of aldehyde, second, third, fourth. Now, if I draw the displayed formula, please pay attention. Displayed formula. Always have to make a long carbon chain. Look at this, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have to put in the functional group. The aldehyde functional group always comes at what? Terminal carbon. So I have to put C double bond O here and H on this side. Now fill up the hydrogens. हर कार्बन के कितने बॉन्ड्स पूरे होने चाहिए? 4. So what will be the structural formula then? CH3, CH2, CH2 and CHO. Instead of C double bond O, HCOH बोलने के we call it CHO. Okay. Now come to the skeletal. Please pay attention. 1 minute. Stop writing. Skeletal mein how many carbon does it have? How many carbon? So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the fourth carbon, this one, has what? Functional group attached? Functional group and carbon we are not supposed to show. You know, in skeletal formula, we don't show the carbon or hydrogen. So carbon we are not supposed to show, but double bond is attached with what? Oxygen. So double bond O. Here is the hydrogen, which again we are not showing. Okay. There is a hydrogen next to this, but we are not showing. So in skeletal formula, you just write like this. Okay. Okay. Now can you please draw the displayed structural and skeletal for the 3 carbon aldehyde? दूसरा कहाँ है? मैं भी कॉल से इसी देखा scroll up. Here it is. If anyone of you is not the part of the WhatsApp group yet, so please, before you leave, sir will put you in the group. Share your number.
Do we write CHO or like COH?
CHO. On which side? Let me draw it. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Look at this. 3 carbon. Here is the double bond O and H. And then how many hydrogens? 2. And then 3 here. Now what you are saying? First is CH3, then CH2. Then instead of writing it COH, we write CHO like this. So अगर OH लिखते फिर वो अल्कोहल के साथ confusion होगी ना. No, that means that the hydrogen is single but oxygen is double bond. Carbon के साथ. Now how many carbon? 1, 2, 3, and then put the double bond here. Okay? Now, Bacho, if I ask you to draw the branched structure for this, can you please do it? For C4H8, you have to draw a branch structure in all 3 forms, displayed, structural, and skeletal. Okay? Draw the branched C4H8O. Branch में सारे carbon chain में लगाने के बजाय 1 carbon you have to put it in the branch. Right? So instead of putting all 4 carbon in 1 chain, put how many carbons? 3. 4 है ना, तो कितने लगा दो? 3. And the 4th one in the branch, rest is the same. And please draw all the forms. Displayed, structural, and skeletal. Is it like this? Okay, so Zishan, can you please go upstairs? And then what is next? For the structural, what I have to do? CH3 twice CH and then CHO. These two CH3s, yes, these two CH3s, they are combined together. Okay? Yeah, you can also write like this: CH3, CH, and then CH3, and then CHO. It's up to you. Okay? Skeletal, how many carbon in the chain? 3 carbon in the chain. Here is the double bond. And where is the branch? Here is the branch. Is it so? Okay, now naming of aldehydes. Look at this. If this is an aldehyde, how we have to name it? Please look at this. The rules are the same, that you have to select the longest carbon chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have to number the carbon chain where the functional group is near or where the functional group is at terminal. So you have to start numbering from that. Now, how many carbons in the chain? 4. What you have to do, you have to change the alkanes E with Al. What is that? Al, alkanal. In case of alcohol, we did alkanol. Now it is alkanal. This is the first time, now listen everyone, this is the first time when we are not supposed to mention the position of functional group. For example, for ol, we have to write one ol or two ol. For an ene, we used to write one ene or two ene. This time we are allowed or we are instructed not to mention the position of al or aldehyde. Why is it so? Why do you think so? Yes, it is always at terminal carbon. So whatever the number of carbons attached, it is understood that the terminal carbon is the one which contains the functional group. So there is no point every time you write it one al. Okay. So here I'm going to write butanal, not butan one al. Okay. This is what? This is butanal. And what is this? 3 methyl butanal. Okay. 3 methyl butanal. Aldehyde. Aldehyde. 3 methyl butanal. Okay. So position of functional group is not required to mention in the name. Next is this one. Please write the name. Please write the systematic names of the following compounds. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Names of the following compounds, excuse me. 4, 5, 6. We have to write the names of these 6 compounds, which all of them are most probably the aldehydes.
दोनों कार्बन के रूप है ना तो फिर ये क्या होगा
Okay, there, look at number 3, bacho. It is containing how many carbons? 2 carbon. Alkane is known as what? Ethane. You have to replace E with Al. And I also told you one thing. Whenever something comes twice in organic chemistry, its name is added with di. Okay, so ethan and al is twice na. So ethan, dial. And as you are mentioning the position, we know that the position of functional group is not required. If there are two alds, I mean two aldehydes, we understand both of them should be at the terminal carbons. So it's ethan dial. We don't need to mention the position. अगर ये alcohol होता तो फिर जरूरी था. Because in case of alcohol, it could be ethane 1,2-diol or it could be ethane 1,1-diol. Because they could be on the both OH could be on one carbon or on two different carbons. But in this case of aldehydes, we know that they are always at the terminal carbon, and if there are two aldehydes in two carbon chain, so both of them understandably at the two terminals. Okay, so there's no point of mentioning their positions. Okay, fifth one is having two carbons and both of them are containing aldehyde. So what will be the name of this compound? Yes, it's the same as ethanediol. It is actually the skeletal formula of ethanediol. Okay, this is the structural formula and this is the skeletal formula. What about number 4? First number 4. 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon की chain है, so it's a propanol and 2 methyl propanol. What about number 6? How many carbons, Ilya? 3 carbon chain is propanol and there are 2 branches. Both of them are methyl. So what is name? 2,2-dimethyl propanol. Okay, number 2, bacho. What about number 2? 2,3-dimethyl. Okay, if I just elaborate it, it looks like this. There is CH3 on the both sides. Here it is, go. Now look at this. How many carbons in the chain? 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. So 4 carbon alkane is what? Butanol. 2, 3 dimethyl butanol. Okay? 2, 3 dimethyl butanol. Okay, next is aldehydes. Yes, that's all. Sorry, next is ketone. That's all about the aldehydes. So as I told you, both aldehyde and ketone, they contain one common functional group, which is ketone. Okay, which is carbonyl. So next give heading ketones.
सर एक चीज
जी
सर जो 2 वाला आपने दिखाया है उसको हम 2,3 ट्राई मिथाइल प्रोपेनॉल बोल सकते हैं
वो कैसे? ये वाला जो है, नहीं, इसमें
Yes.
लॉन्गेस्ट चेन वी हैव टू फॉलो ना. देखो ये है
हाँ
लॉन्गेस्ट, उसको हम इग्नोर नहीं कर सकते. ओके, कीटोन्स. ओके, जनरल फॉर्मूला वही है जो अल्डिहाइड का था. CnH2nO. फंक्शनल ग्रुप दोनों का जनरल फॉर्मूला सेम है. दे शेयर द सेम जनरल फॉर्मूला. फंक्शनल ग्रुप इज C डबल बॉन्ड O, लेकिन C डबल बॉन्ड O नहीं, उसके दोनों तरफ क्या होना चाहिए? Yes, there should be a carbon chain, there should be alkyl group on the both side, right? So ये जरूरी है, आप CO नहीं लिख सकते, RCOR लिखना है इसको. Okay, molecular formula. Now, bacho, this is the situation we have already faced it in case of alkenes, where there was no member compound of alkene with one carbon. Similarly, there is no member compound of ketone containing one or even two carbon. Why? Because yes, it should be at least 2 carbons with CO. So the first member of ketone that ever exists is C3. C3H6O. C4H 8O. C5H 10O. C6H 12O. Now if I construct the displayed formula, look at this. How many carbons I have to put in carbon chain? 1, 2, 3, no, 5 वाला बना रहा हूँ. 5. Now I know one thing, कि ये जो दो carbon है which I have just highlighted, I cannot put functional group here because C double bond O is the functional group. Now if I put them on these 2 carbons, it's going to be an aldehyde, not ketone. I can put out of these 3 carbons, so it will be a ketone. So let me put it right in the middle. Here it is. बाकी तो उसी तरह hydrogens we are going to fill up. The structure would be CH3, CH2, CO, just like carbon monoxide, and then CH2, CH3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon, and carbon number 3 contains double bond O. Please draw the 4 and 3. 4 and 3. Displayed and structural and skeletal formula for 4 and 3. Yes, I'm sharing my screen. Four and three, please. All three forms. Please mind this difference that functional group must not be at the terminal carbon. Must be anywhere in between. So CH3, CH2, CO, CH3, probably like this. Please pay attention. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is the. Is it so? What about 3? 1, 2, 3. So C double bond O is here. CH3, CO, CH3, and the skeleton looks like this. Okay, naming. 6 रहने दें. Naming of ketones. Look at this. In this case, the alkane name we have to replace with ONE. So it's going to be alkanone. But over here, back to the normal thing that we are not supposed to skip the position of functional group. We are supposed to show the position of functional group. Okay? For example, look at this. Rest rules are the same. Select the longest carbon chain. Number from the side where the functional group is near. Here it is. So 5 carbon ketone is pentanone. But as I said, pentanone में on की position बतानी होगी. Pentan, 2 on. And what is the methyl? 4 dash methyl, pentan, 2 on. Alkanone. What about this? Please name this. Fourth,
क्या कहते हैं फोर
butane,
फिर डाई हो गया ट्राई हो गया
tetra.
First one is 2244 tetramethyl pentane trione.
2244.
Tetramethyl pentane trione.
Okay, let me do it. There are three CH3s attached like this with the first carbon. Then there is C double bond O. Then again there are three CH3s attached here. And then you select the longest chain like this. Pay attention. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is this? Pentan? Pentan?
3
3 on.
tetramethyl pentane.
Pentan 3 on. And this is 2, 2, 4, 4 tetra methyl.
Sir, third वाला है 3-methyl pentane 2,4-dione.
Yes, it's a pentan dione. When on comes twice, so we have to put di before its name. So it is pentan 2,4-dione. And there is a 3-methyl, yes. And what about number 4? Number 4? Pentan 3 on 2,4-dimethyl. Okay, next is carboxylic acids. That's all about the carbonyl compounds, the aldehydes and ketones. Yes, go ahead. Two dimethyl pentan 3 on.
Carboxylic.
Next, the carboxylic acids. बस उसका इंट्रोडक्शन करते हैं फिर नेमिंग कल कर लेंगे. Carboxylic acids. Listen, carboxylic acids general formula is CnH2n plus 1 COOH, or you can write CnH2nO2. Functional group we know is the same one that we used to have in O levels. You call it COOH, or you also write it CO2H. I'm going to use this general formula to construct the molecular formulas. वो level में use कर रहे थे. This one is C1H2O2. This is the first member. C2H4O2. This is the second member. C3H6O2, third member. And C4H8O2 is the fourth member of carboxylic acid. Displayed formula, how many carbon in the chain I have to put? 4. It's just like aldehyde in this sense that its functional group always comes at terminal. Okay, so keep in mind, you have to write like this. You can't put it in the center.
और इसमें H था इसमें OH होगा.
Yes. C double bond के साथ O के साथ there is an OH na. So you cannot put it at the middle of the chain. It is always comes at terminal carbon.
Can you draw the first one?
Yeah, I'm going to draw it. So CH3, CH2, CH2, CO2H, you write it. And then there are 4 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, and here is the double bond. And then OH. So you see carbon nahi show kiya, baki everything I have to represent. C double bond O and then OH. Please write it. 3, 2, 1 you wanted me to draw. The first one is like this, HCOOH. This is the displayed formula. HCO2H is the structural formula skeletal, just let it go, or you can write like this. Two carbon, here it is, OH, and then this is CH3CO2H, and there are two carbons, double bond O and then OH. Draw the third one, please. Done? Can you draw the branched for this, please? The fourth one. Please draw the branch structure for the fourth one in all three forms. Displayed, structural, and skeletal. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, then we are going to stop here. Branch ho gaya na? All three forms. Right? Okay, we'll continue this. Thank you very much.